Check it out, check it out! I haven't even looked at it yet. We just literally just took this out of the box, and what we're looking at here is the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2014. Whoa! SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2014 already! They didn't waste any time in getting this figure into the SH Monster Arts lineup. So, released September 2014. Yes! It's here. It feels like I just pre-ordered this months ago, and now it's here. So, first thing I'm going to say is there's been a lot of complaints already about this figure, about the sculpt. So, I just took my first glance at it, and, yeah. We'll look at that later. But, let's get this out of the box. Bam! Alright, as you remember, I like to open mine from the bottom. Why? So I keep the top clean. Now, while I'm opening this up, if you haven't done it already, go check out FreshVinylHQ.com. FreshVinylHQ.com. That's where you're going to see more Fresh Vinyl content, not just video reviews, but I'm also going to be doing written reviews. I'm going to be doing articles. I'm going to be working on a database for X Plus and Bandai right now. I will start with the SH Monster Arts line as well as I go on. But, yeah. FreshVinylHQ.com. If you guys want to buy a Fresh Vinyl shirt, send me an email. Email's in the link below. Also, you could go on FreshVinylHQ.com and just shoot me a comment there under Fresh Vinyl gear. Okay? Alright, enough about that. Now, is there any Scotch tape on here? No. Just gotta get that off like that. And is there any twist ties on him? Nope. One of these little bubbly things there. And voila. Wrapping in some plastic. I'm going to get this out of the way. We don't need to look at that. And here's my 15-second analysis. And begin. Okay, and that's that. I think that was 15 seconds. So, alright, so, okay, enough with that. Alright, so let's just get this off the bat. Let's just get right down to business here, okay? Because you guys don't want to see me sitting here doing nothing. The box! Let's talk about the box. Bam! Box! So, box is traditionally, like most new SH Monster Arts figures that are now coming out, you got the figure on the side with the design, and you got some slash marks across the face and the top and the side of the box. Okay, and that's the cover. On the sides, you got some more Godzilla information. You got a picture of the figure over here. Okay, and then on the back, we got all the pictures of the different poses that the Bandai Tamashii Nation decided to put them in. Alright, so there you have it. That's the box. Pretty simple, cut and dry, you know, it's just a box, people. Alright, sculpt. Let's talk about the sculpt. We're going to start from the tail and work our way up. From the legs, the body, arms, and the head. Alright, so right now I'm going to tell you the tail looks really good. It looks pretty much like it did in the movie. You know, pointy at the tip. Pretty pointy at the tip, you know, so that looks cool. And of course, the dorsal plates start jagged, probably about, you know, if we started from the tail where it meets the body, probably about 3/4 down the way to tail, where the dorsal spikes start getting more jagged and jagged and jagged as they go up. So those look cool. The legs are sculpted pretty nice. They look pretty accurate. You know, I'm going to watch the movie a couple more times. You know, just a couple. But these look good. Sculpt looks pretty good. Let's talk about the feet now. One thing you got to notice about the feet here is that they just Bandai and SH Monster Arts decided they're going to do the feet their own way. And I don't know how I feel about these feet. They almost look like monkey hands or something. I almost prefer the feet that we saw in the movie. I just don't know how I like these feet, because they don't look like Godzilla feet. They don't look like Godzilla 2014 feet. So I'm pretty undecided here, but I could definitely say I don't like them. That's just me. I don't like them. They look kind of weird. Monkey feet. That's what I'm gonna go with. Or monkey hands or something. I don't know. They look weird. Those are weird. They should have just stuck with the design that Legendary had created here. So those are the feet. Okay. The rest of the legs look pretty good. Like I said. All right. His legs are weird. You know, there's something about the design, anyways. Like, he's got like these big hips. You know, big thighs, big hips. So, you know, that's just a design thing. You know, and it also big hips also make him look like he's standing like really, really wide. So, I don't know. You know, I'm still growing. This design is still growing on me. So, you know, I'm not 100% sold on it yet. So, that's just my opinion. You know. All right. So, working our way up to the midsection. He's got, you know, he's got his stomach here. That looks pretty cool. He's got the chest. That looks okay. Pretty detailed. Arms. The arms look, I'd say the arms and the hands look pretty much just like they did in the movie. So those are very good reproductions from the design. Before we get to the head, let's look at the rest of the dorsal plates here. These look pretty good. You know, I don't know how well this, because it's dark and my shirt's dark, I don't know how well this is screwing up. So we'll try to do that because you bounce off the white. But the dorsal plates, I actually like these dorsal plates. They're kind of like the 54 dorsal plates and the combination of the Millennium designs from 2000, 2002, and 2003. So these, I'm digging them. I dig these dorsal plates. Now I got to look at the other two Godzilla 2014 figures I have just to compare. But these on here look pretty good. I like these. These look good. You know, I mean, they're really spiky, really jagged, but I dig them. They're pretty neat looking. Okay. The sculpt also, now as we move up to the head, what I like is the detail here along the upper back. You know, where the shoulders are. There's a lot of spikes there, and you know, it's extending down the midsection too. So that looks pretty cool. I dig that. It's on both sides, so that looks really nice. I dig that. Now the head, the snout, just something about the snout that looks off. You know, it's this section here. It's either not long enough, or I don't know. It's just something's off about it, especially from the front. I think, you know, it's not horribly wrong, but it actually looks better when the mouth's open. But you know, whatever. It looks okay. It's, you know, but it's not movie accurate, that's for sure. So I'm done playing with it. You guys can look at it for a minute here. But you know, that's cool. I dig it. You know, I'm curious to see what Diego Doom has to say about it, because he's very Diego Doom. This is his forte, doing the SH Monster Art stuff. But as far as, you know, our opinions go, I'm curious to see what his thoughts are. You know, and everybody else. So leave comments. You know, I'm curious. Once you guys get this, mind you, I had this imported, so I have it before it's going to make its way stateside through stateside retailers. So interested to see what everybody's thoughts are. Okay, so the sculpt looks good. So that's the sculpt. Bam! Sculpt! Ha 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 ha. Paint job! Alright, paint job. So the paint job here is mostly dark charcoal black. Not black, but it's like charcoal gray. It's very dark. And that's pretty much the whole figure, you know. There are really no highlights. There's some light shading here, gray. Over here on this side. Not much. The dorsal plates have no highlights at all. You know, I want to go back to the dorsal plates. Look at those dorsal plates. Those are really, really detailed. Pretty nice. Those look good. I really like the dorsal plates on this figure. So I'm telling you right now, those are fresh. Those dorsal plates are fresh. I like everything about these dorsal plates. I really like them. I like them. I like dorsal plates. They are sharp. So be careful. Ow, that hurts. So be careful. Safety warning for kids. Be careful with these. I'm telling you, those are sharp. Right? So back to the paint job. Now, if you look at the front, there are some lime greens meshed with some light dry brush greens there. You know, it's kind of tan. So that looks, there's some accent there. And on the inner thighs. So, that's alright. And under the tail, actually. Now, you see the tail has got some different paint scheme there. You know, more tan, dark green, lime green. I don't know. I'm not really good with my colors, people. Still going to school. I'm not a scholar. So get off my case about the colors. You see them, don't you? There they are. See? Difference. Dark charcoal gray. And you got some tan shading there. Okay? So that looks alright. Now, the fingernails. Oh wait, let's go to the toes. Let's go to these monkey hands. There are some highlights here on the toes. They're very, very light highlights. There's really not much at all. But there is, just enough to give the feet some accent. The arms and the hands, basic same charcoal color. The fingernails are just straight up black. There's no, bone indication there, as far as the paint scheme goes. So, and that's how it looked in the movie. Okay? Now, the head, the tongue, the teeth are painted on. Well, the teeth are sculpted. They're really, like, jagged-looking teeth. They are kind of fugly looking. Looks like a Muto busted him in the grill. So his teeth are really just, they look okay, I guess. They look like they should. But those are really, like, painted minor white. And it's so hard to see. This is not even going to focus. Let's just look at the picture, guys. Okay. So, that's there. The tongue is red. The eyes. Oh, man. The detail in the eyes. It's so small. Yeah, they got the eyes pretty good. Little iris in the pupil there. So, that looks alright. That's the paint job. Do I miss anything else? Paint job. Toes, eyes. No, so that's it. Paint job's pretty basic. Really basic. Okay? So the paint job. Bam! Bam! Now, the driving force behind this figure. Articulation, and yes, the arms do spin. They spin. Look at them spin. Look at that. Oh. Look at those arms. They kind of spin weird. You can make them like zombie. Alright, so whatever. We're going to talk about the spins. Give them the spins. Okay? Arms, you can do all kinds of stuff with arms. I'm not even showing you. Sorry. Alright, well, alright, so articulation. Alright, so we're going to start at the tail. Side to side, up and down, spin the Rooney all around. Okay, so the tail's got pretty good articulation. The tip of the tail, right here. I should wear a white shirt next time I do a dark figure like this. Sorry, guys. But, there's one ball joint there. A lot of ball joints in this tail. So you got all kinds of good range of articulation. Alright? Whee! So that looks good. Pretty cool. So the tail's good. I like the tail. I like the dorsal plates. Said it again. I like the dorsal plates. Pretty cool. Bam. Alright, so good articulation throughout the whole tail. Notice I'm going pretty strong on this and nothing's falling off. So that's good. Let's go now get everything loosened up. Full range of articulation. Okay? Legs. Now, Godzilla's thighs, because they're kind of like the NECAs here. It's just the thighs that move, at that level, for as far as the thighs go. So not much else there. So they go back and forth on a couple of ball joints. The knees, you have ball joints and articulation at the knees. It's somewhat limited. But, you could get, as far as the whole leg goes, you go up and down. Okay? This side. Alright? So, Pretty good. At the ankles, the cankles, monkey hands, these move. So those got some good articulation. You know, it's not like I highly doubt this Godzilla was gonna. Actually, yeah, he did some stepping in the movie. You know, he was stepping on the Muto, so you know he does have. He is pretty mobile for with these stubby legs. So those are cool. So the legs got some pretty good articulation. So if you ever gonna get him in a swimming pose, you can get those legs up like that. Okay, so that looks all right. I don't know. Anything else about the legs, feet, calves, knees? Good articulation there. Alright, so now also something else to notice at the thighs. The thighs do this little number here. Open and close. So I don't know. Maybe if you're going to put them in a frog stance or something. I don't know. Kind of weird. I wouldn't do that. It just looks odd. There's nothing worse than having like a spread eagle, you know, doing the splits or whatever. It just doesn't look right. So don't do that. Alright, so now let's move on to the torso section. Plant our feet there on the floor. Really not much. Not much. So, but, you know, whatever. You could go like that. Wait, that's only because his legs are moving. Don't move the legs. So, alright, so you see that's partial with the neck. So, not too much. Not too much articulation. So, arms. Now, as we said, the arms spin. Guys, don't spin the arms. I don't know why people, oh, nothing, you know, arms don't spin. Elbows. Okay. And rotation. The hands don't really bend. They do rotate on the ball joint there. So you could be like, feed me. Give me some more, please. What did I do? No? No? Forget about it, huh? Right, anyway. So that's the arms. Now, up at the neck. You could extend this back like that, but it's not much. Not much. Really not much you can do. It's just like a bobbing thing here, you know? Like he's mosh pitting. So, up and down, up and down. That's all you're going to get out of it. Now the mouth opens up. Does the tongue move? Yeah, it moves. I would advise don't play with it because if you pop that tongue off, it might be a real pain in the butt to get it back on because it's probably on a ball joint up in there. So, alright. So that's the articulation. It's not. This is definitely not the best figure for articulation. It is better than the NECA for sure. The 6-inch NECA. I can tell you right now, this makes me want to go get the big 24-inch NECA. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. Alright, it's been decided. Alright, so that's your articulation. Okay, bam! Size comparison. Godzilla 2014 versus Godzilla 2014. SH Monster Arts. NECA. Bam! Now, because of the stance, looks like the SH Monster Arts is standing a little bit taller, but it really is. Wow, comparison. Let's see. Detail on the SH Monster Arts is looking a little bit better than the NECA. And the dorsal plates, the skin, the tail. I mean, the tail and the dorsal plates are very similar, but on the SH Monster Arts, the dorsal plates are much more sharper, much more jagged. NECA went a little bit on the safer side with these rubbery, you know, bendy dorsal plates because, you know, they don't want any kid hurting themselves with sharp edges and whatnot. So, SH Monster Arts takes the detail, not by much. But I can tell you right now, by looking at these two, that the NECA, the head is sculpted much better than the SH Monster Arts. I like the sculpt on NECA's face, okay, than this. So, SH Monster Arts, look at that. SH Monster Arts, your attempt at doing something a little bit different on your own. Maybe you thought, hey, we make Godzilla figures, we're gonna make it, maybe we're gonna try to make ours better than that. You failed. Okay, you failed with the feet. You failed with the design on the face. I don't know why they had to tamper with it. Why couldn't you just keep the design the way it was with the feet and the face? Okay, so that's my honest opinion right there. NECA, good job with the face and keeping the feet the way they were. Bam! So as far as the rest of the comparison goes here, they're only a smidgen in height difference between the two of them, but the figures are very nice. Both of them capture the essence of the 2014 design. SH Monster Art has more articulation, but, in my own opinion, I'm not here to play with these guys. So, who would I choose over here? They both have pros and cons. So, I'm not going to choose either one. I'm happy I got both of them. Man, it's really going to be up to you guys, based off your budgets, how much you could spend, and what you want out of a figure. So, I think the NECA is nice for what it is. Now, remember, it was only 18 bucks. The SH Monster Arts was, 55. So, you're talking about a price difference for more articulation, more detail. And that's about it, versus 18 bucks. So, think about that before you guys go buy this if you haven't already. If you got the NECA, you know what? If articulation is not a big deal, stick with the NECA. Or go with the bigger NECA. Alright, so that's the comparison. That's my comparison. I don't really have much to add to that. As far as my opinion goes, they both look good in their own perspective rights. If anything, the NECA is much more accurate to the on-screen design of Godzilla 2014. And that's all I got to say about that! Alright, final thoughts. So, as far as this figure goes, I will say, what's one thing you guys noticed? Nothing fell off while I was playing with this, doing everything I was doing. Nothing fell off, so that's a plus. Some negatives about the whole package. No extras. Did we need a beam? It would have been cool. Why not? You only used it 1, 2, 3 times in the movie. But still, there's no extras. There's no Mudo, no nothing that came with it. Just the figure itself. Another nice feature about this figure is that the gaps are not horrible. There are some gaps around the tail section. But other than that, everything is pretty clean. So no distracting gaps and, big seams, where you could see through it. So that's pretty good. Overall, I'm not as excited about this SH Monster Arts figure as I've been with some other ones. But maybe that's because I'm still growing with this design. It's never really gonna fill the shoes of a Godzilla design for me. Unless, and that might sound harsh to some people, but we all know at heart where Godzilla is, okay? So, take that for what you want. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the design, but, it's got some growing to do on all of us. And, really, that's the truth. I think we all should look at it like that. In our own perspective and opinions, So, that's as far as the design goes. I don't want to get into all that again. I like the design, for what it is, okay? But nothing's going to replace the 1964 Moso Goji. And that's what's up. Alright? So, what's next for SH Monster Arts? There's another Rodan coming out. It's going to be a repaint of the Fire Rodan that came out a couple of years ago. So that's going to look like just Rodan. NECA King Ghidorah is coming out in 2015. Bam! So that's going to be pretty awesome. What's after that? What's on the horizon after NECA King Ghidorah? I don't know. That's pretty much the whole SH Monster Arts lineup for the Heisei series. So, if I was a betting man, I'm probably going to go see some more Millennium figures. And I would really like to see more Showa Kaiju. Okay? Please, SH Monster Arts, Showa Kaiju. That's what's up. Alright? So, if you got questions, make sure you leave it in the comments section. Hit me up on freshvinylh2.com. Please, go check it out. I'm still building it, so it's going to be some time before I really fill it up with content. But I'm I'm trying to fill it up as much as I can, as fast as I can, you know, with keeping quality in the content I'm trying to put on there. So check that out. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right? So, check it out. Bam! SHMA Godzilla 2014. Make sure you check out Diego Doom's review. He brings a totally different perspective to the SH Monster Arts reviews. And when I sit there and watch his reviews, I'm like, ooh. You know, maybe I'll, you know, I'm sure I'm going to learn something from him, you know, on what he does. So, I can't wait to see his. All right, guys. Bye-bye.